Welcome, everyone. This is Tom, the Lone Wolf Prepper. It is September 4th, 2024. Well, the school year is just getting started, and I guess we can't have that without school shootings starting too. Anyway, yep, another school shooting today in Georgia. 4 killed. I don't know, I heard 9 wounded. Anyway, I'm not going to go into the details of what we know about the shooting right now because, we're never going to hear the truth anyway. That's one thing when you have one of these, politics takes over, just like they are already calling for gun control, and the story gets buried, okay? But anyway, we're not going to find out the truth, so I don't really care to go into the details of the shooting tonight. I want to go into why, when I was a kid, we went to school, we'd have rifles and shotguns in our rifle racks, in our pickup trucks. We'd have knives on us and chains and all that other stuff that's illegal in schools now. And nobody ever got killed. Nobody, we had fights. Nobody ever thought of going out to their pickup truck, getting their gun and shooting up the schools. You know why? Because we all knew it was wrong. We all knew we'd rot in jail if we did it. Okay? But there's one thing different from us kids back then compared to the kids. Well, there's a few differences. But one of the big differences, I went to school before ADHD, hyperattention, all these stupid mental diseases they come up with kids that they say kids have now. When it was called, back when I was in the day, being a kid, and parents corrected kids and showed them their boundaries. Okay? But now they got kids all on medications. And I guarantee if the truth came out about these school shootings, all the way from Columbine, that these kids were on mind-altering drugs. I mean, a brain is developing, and you're putting them on mind-altering drugs. Okay? The pharmaceutical companies are very responsible for this. The doctors who prescribe these pills are responsible for this. And obviously the person doing the action is responsible for this, but not the gun. Okay? Not the gun. I've shot a lot of guns in my time. I have never met one yet, or shot a gun yet, that was in charge of me. Okay? What do they have over in Europe since they have gun control over there to the max? Oh yeah, they have stabbings. Somebody's not in the right state of mind, they're going to take whatever tool they need to do their dastardly deeds. That doesn't mean you need to take it away from a law-abiding citizen who understands what the Second Amendment is for, is to protect us, the citizens, against a tyrannical government. Okay? But anyway, why is this happening? I mean, I can't fathom where after now, Columbine's been, what, 30 years? Or something like that? Or maybe it was, whatever. It's been a couple decades for sure. I can't remember right off the top of my head when it was. But we haven't figured out the problem yet, and it just keeps getting worse. And then, okay, he was on the FBI radar last year. How come all these mass killers were always on the FBI radar? Just on their radar? Just like the guy who took a shot at Trump, on their radar? Okay, when a ship has a plane on its radar, it knows where it's coming and stuff and knows when to act. Anyway, I'm sick of hearing that line too. Yeah, we knew he was crazy, but we really couldn't do nothing. This is a sad state of affairs for this country when our children get so upset about kid stuff that they got to go shoot up a school. What are they going to do when they got to handle adult problems? I mean, back in the 70s, it was adults shooting up post offices. Remember that? It's kind of dangerous to be a postal worker at the time. in the early 80s. And then we had a McDonald's shooting in the 80s, and just now it's to the schools. And this is another thing. If schools are going to become a shooting gallery, and the cops in the school that are supposed to protect the students, like the one in Florida that time, that yellow belly coward that was waiting for retirement, if they're not going to do it, you teachers who want to carry arms need to carry arms. You want to protect your students? Jumping in front of a bunch of bullets ain't going to do it. Make sure you got some bullets to shoot back at them. Why did our schools become a shooting gallery anyway? I don't know. Maybe since Bill Clinton took over, things have really gotten goofy. You say, how many of these kids are on mind-altering drugs, antidepressants, antipsychotics? With the first side effect is suicidal tendencies, and you give it to people that are suicidal. Anyway, children, how can I say this, aren't being brought up tough enough through their younger years, so when they get into these, start puberty and stuff, and really start stressing out, they can't deal with it because nobody's wanted to hurt their feelings ever since up to then. And then some of them just snap and want everybody to hurt like they're hurt. Anyway, we need to put an end to this. We need the truth to come out about these school shootings. That's the only way we're going to solve them. Like I say, 40 years ago, nobody would ever thought of going to their truck with the guns in them and coming to the school and shooting it up. So you tell me what changed between my generation and the generation after me. What changed? We got soft on our kids, okay? And then to beat them down, and then even confuse them, to get them so confused they don't even know what gender they want to be, because they have a choice, remember? Anyway, what's the bottom line? What's leading to this? The Democratic policies and Republican policies, so people can fill their pocket full of money from the pharmaceutical companies and stuff. It all comes down to money. Your children are being sold out and murdered so rich people can make money, because they got you convinced that you're actually making your child's life better instead of disciplining them and raising them right, and not slacking on your parenting duties. Just put them on a pill. That'll take care of it. Anyway, it's sad. 4 children gone. Oh, I don't know. I'd like to say 4 people that I don't know if one of them was a teacher or whatever. But you know what? If I was a teacher in a public school, I'd be carrying, or I wouldn't be working in that building. A gun-free zone. A gun-free zone. When a maniac comes into a gun-free zone with a gun to kill people and knowing he's not going to have any resistance, this is making yourself a victim. Okay? If we want to change this, we need to solve the root problem. We're being too soft on our kids, not correcting our kids, not showing our kids boundaries, not teaching them right from wrong, and messing their heads up with chemicals. I was taught in chemistry class, never drink, smell, inhale, or play with anything in this that we touch in here. And people are taking lots of pills made in chemistry labs. This is the way the Lone Wolf Prepper looks at it. Anyway, everybody have a great night. This Lone Wolf Prepper out.